Godzilla King of the Monsters. It is the latest Godzilla film and is the third film in the Kaiju cinematic universe that is now building up because cinematic universe are a thing nowadays in Hollywood because of the success of the MCU. And of course, Godzilla is back in this movie. He's fighting King Ghidorah, he's fighting Mothra, he's fighting Rodan, and there are humans in this film. And that's pretty much this movie in a nutshell. Godzilla fighting monsters. And if that's what you're looking forward to in this film, that's what you're gonna get. Those of you who watched my channel from the beginning, you guys probably remember that I really loved the 2014 film when it first came out. I remember the night I saw it in Universal Studios, in the IMAX theater. I saw this movie in IMAX, and I loved it ever since then. From beginning to end, I thought it was one of the best movies of that year. But after multiple rewatches over the years with this movie, I unfortunately don't love it as much as I used to back in 2014. It's still a good film, but it's not as great as it was when I first saw it. And that is very common with a lot of movies, where when I first see it, I really love it or I really like it. And then when it comes to multiple rewatches on TV or on home video, you start to notice things and you go, wasn't that great or wasn't that good as I thought it was. And that's how it was with the 2014 film. So my updated thoughts for that movie is that it's still a good film, lacking in some things. I wish there was more Godzilla, but oh boy, did this movie improve over the first film. But I'll say this right off the bat, this movie is not perfect. It is not a flawless film. This movie does have problems, I will admit, but if you look past those problems, all it is just a fun monster movie, and that's what you're expecting out of a Godzilla movie. Not a movie with human characters that aren't really all that interesting, talk about their problems and their issues and their daily family lives, like in the 2014 film. This movie has human characters that some I like, some I didn't really care for, that I could just take a leave, honestly. But all it is just a fun giant monster movie, and seeing probably everybody's favorite on-screen monster fighting other monsters in this movie. And that's what I'm expecting out of a Godzilla movie. I'm not expecting for just a well-around, solid plot or anything. All I'm expecting is for a giant monster kicking butt and just going about in the river. And out of Godzilla King of the Monsters, it lives up to the name, Godzilla King of the Monsters. And it really does show that movies can be popcorn, fluff, fun, and still be pretty entertaining. There are some popcorn films too that could be really terrible, and there are popcorn fluff films that can be really fun, like Godzilla King of the Monsters. And this is a film that I saw this at an early screening, by the way, last night, with a huge crowd of Godzilla Kaiju fans ready to see this movie. And let me tell you, if you thought Avengers Endgame had one of the best theater reactions, my theater reaction last night was just insane with this movie. Especially get to see some of our favorite kaijus. If you've been a fan of Godzilla for your whole life, seeing Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah for the first time in a new interpretation of the character is amazing to see, especially with the fact that if you watch those old Godzilla movies, you see how they're like people in rubber suits and it's so laughable and cheesy, but that's the charm of those older Godzilla films. I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, I'll admit that. I'm a casual fan and I watch the older movies on TV, and they're just fun. They're just good, popcorn fun films, and this movie does a great job interpreting that into modern day. Now let's get to some of the human characters in this movie. We got Millie Bobby Brown, aka 11, who is in this film, and this is probably my favorite character in this movie, probably because I have a bias to Millie Bobby Brown since I love Stranger Things so much, and she is phenomenal as 11. I know those who watch and love Stranger Things know that 11 is just the best, but her character was really good in this movie. And usually with child actors in movies like this, say like Jurassic Park or so many other films dealing with like child actors dealing with big giant like dinosaurs, monster creature features, usually sometimes they could be the highlight of the film or they could be the worst part of the movie. Millie Bobby Brown was one of the highlights of this movie, especially with her performance and her acting capabilities. She does a great job delivering her lines in this movie. However, the whole parent thing with her mother and her father, I could done without in this movie. I could have. I feel like if you just like took all that out, I know it's a big part of the film, but like if you really like rewrote the script and just exit like the parent subplot, I feel like it would have made the script a whole lot better. I will. It made some of the more human characters like her parents much more interesting and have more depth in this movie because I didn't hate her parents in this movie. I just felt like this this shouldn't be needed in this film, especially with a movie like this. But if you would have just erased the parents from this film or just rewrote like the plot or whatever involving the parents, I would have been fine with that. But just having Millie Bobby Brown in there, it just fine with me anyway because she's a great actress. And the action with the monsters, holy crap! Like I said, guys, if you've been a lifelong Godzilla fan, or if you're one of those people who are disappointed with the 2014 film that had minimal action and more humans, this movie, man, this movie's for you guys. It really is, because the action in this movie is pretty badass. It is. And this coming from someone who casually watched the older movies and see how cheesy and laughable some of the actions in those films were. But in this modern day, and with technology and not having people walk in hot rubber suits, this is just amazing. Just to see like giant monsters just fighting in this film, and it's like, we don't deserve this. We don't. I know a lot of critics are complaining about this, how it's too much focus on the action and not enough on the humans. This is like one of those movies where I would have to disagree with the critics, because if you're going to go to a Godzilla movie, like I said before, you're going in for Godzilla. You're not going in for any of the characters, even though that some of them I really like Billy Bobby Brown's character in this movie. You're going in here for the title character of this film. That's what you're paying your money for. That's what you're paying your ticket for when you go see this movie. And some people will have a problem with that if you're not really like well versed in the Godzilla lore. But for kaiju fans and for people who love fun popcorn entertainment, this is a delight. That's what this movie is. It is a delightful film. And that's what this movie is. It is a delightful film that people should go out and see this movie. They should go support it. See it on the biggest screen you can, because, you know, I did. And just seeing it in IMAX. Like I said, guys, it was awesome. It really was. And try to go see it with a packed crowd, too. Because it was awesome. And it was awesome talking to some Godzilla fans and learning more about Godzilla. And just overall, a good time at the movies. And if you guys plan on go seeing King of the Monsters this Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, or this weekend or whatever, or maybe next week if you don't have time, definitely go out and see this movie. Definitely go out. Yes, I know we have movies like Endgame and Aladdin. Who cares about Aladdin, honestly? And John Wick 3. That this might be under people's radar because it's not really their thing. But give it a shot. Give it a shot. And I feel like this movie, especially this is leading up to King Kong versus Godzilla, I am now looking forward to the future of the kaiju cinematic universe. I'm gonna give Godzilla King of the Monsters a B. Sorry guys if this review is a little short because I didn't want to talk too much about this movie since this movie's not really out yet, since I got to go to an early screening of this movie last night. And yeah, it was fun. I love going to see movies early. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you're planning on seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters in the comments down below. And if you guys did get a chance to see the movie early last night, let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below as well. And as always guys, if you're new to my channel and you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.